So you want to become a whole new person by 2025? Well, today I'm going to be giving you my secret handbook to maximizing your productivity and actually leveling up this winter arc. So if you're serious about changing, keep listening. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Izzy, a medical student currently taking a gap year. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my tips that I use in my winter arc to stay the most productive and best version of myself so that you guys can also become a completely new person by 2025. So number one, have you actually considered your goals? Do you know the person that you want to show up as every single day by 2025? I want you to visualize this person so clearly in your head that it's nearly impossible to distinguish between the you are now and the leveled up you that you're going to be. Use vision boards. Script out a typical day in the life of this ideal person so that you can start embodying that person and becoming that person as quickly as you can. Think about what it is that person would do on a daily basis. Do they go to the gym? Are they physically fit? Do they ace every single exam that they sit? And think, what would they do to achieve this? What routines and habits would they have in their daily life that would allow them to achieve this? Going on a walk every day or going to the gym every day, seeing their family and friends as regularly as possible and spending quality time with those people, or getting their homework done every day after school, and know exactly where you're headed and the path that you're on so that you can have direction and you can be headed towards a specific goal. Now, linking to this first point is habit trackers. I use habit trackers all the time in my daily life, and I come up with at least 3 to 5 non-negotiable habits that my ideal person completes every single day. I hold myself accountable to this. I do not let myself off. As long as I complete those 3 habits every single day, I feel productive. I feel like I'm on the right path to becoming the person that I want to be. It's so easy to come up with an absolutely massive to-do list that you're just never going to get through, and by the end of the day you just feel absolutely horrible and like you've wasted an entire day and you haven't gotten through barely any of the tasks that you said you were going to. Rather than saying, okay, at least I've done these 3 tasks, I know I'm showing up for myself in this aspect and I'm trying my best. This will set you on the path to success, and it will make it so much easier to gradually build more and more habits into your routine until you're an entirely different person and you have an entirely different life. A big thing that helped me when I was implementing small habits into my daily life is starting with a small time frame. So watching all these YouTube videos where the people are saying that you have to do this habit every single day for 3 months in order to see an actual change can feel really daunting. So a way that I kind of overcome this is I set myself like a 2-week trial period where I tell myself, okay, I'm going to stick to this habit every single day for 2 weeks, because that just feels so much more manageable. And honestly, you find that by the time you get to the end of those 2 weeks, you're doing the habit kind of so naturally already that it's easier to continue with it for a longer period of time until it just becomes a part of your daily routine. Rather than scaring yourself off at the get-go, start by saying, okay, I'm going to complete these 3 habits every single day for 2 weeks, and then I'll see how I go from there. Now, number 3 for me is absolutely non-negotiable on this list: exercise. Every single person who wants to change, who wants to be productive, I suggest that you start with exercise. Not only is exercise absolutely amazing for both your mental and physical health, it's a brilliant way to build in discipline and to practice that skill in your daily routine. I don't necessarily mean you have to go to the gym for 2 hours every day, but just tell yourself that you're going to move your body at least once a day, going for a walk or doing a class maybe with your friends and family. Make this exciting, make this fun for yourself. You'll start to notice how easy it is to build a habit like this into your routine, and the other habits will just come so much more naturally to you, and you'll notice that you'll start to be 10 times more productive than you were before this. Regular exercise is scientifically proven to manage stress, which is a surefire way to make sure that you're being the most productive version of yourself. On top of that, it helps to improve your mood, and one study found that people who have a good mood are 10% more likely to be more productive than those who are in a negative mood. And honestly, showing up for yourself as the most physically fit, mentally stable person will help you be so much more productive productive, and it will help you feel so much more motivated in your daily life. Like if you feel like you're just spending hours and hours scrolling through TikTok each day when you get home from school or from work, and you just feel like you're not making good use of your time, you feel unhealthy, you don't feel like you have any energy, exercise can be a great way to just completely change this, give you, the good endorphins, serotonin that will make you feel so much more motivated and excited to be a productive, well-rounded individual. So please just try and incorporate some kind of form of movement into your daily life. I promise you'll see the difference. My next tip is so important if you want to become more productive every single day, and it's have a good morning routine. Tell yourself you're going to wake up at a specific time every single day during the week and stick to it. This can be one of your 3 non-negotiables. I find that that's a great way to kind of trick myself into doing 2 things at once, and try and stick to it for at least 2 weeks, like I said, every single day, and say what exactly it is you're going to do the moment that you wake up. I find a really great way to start off my day is by meditating or journaling and writing out my to-do list for the day, because then I feel like I've already got something done as soon as I wake up. Usually I will wake up, meditate or journal, write my to-do list, and then have my breakfast. This is the same routine that I follow every single day. If I stick to this routine, I'll feel like I've already done 3 or 4 things that I wanted to do in my day 2 hours after I've woken up. If you start your day off productively, it's so much easier to maintain that. Once it's gotten to like 1 or 2 o'clock and you feel like you haven't done anything, it's so much harder to actually start ticking those things off your to-do list than if you've just started your day off strong and having already done like 20 things by 12 o'clock. Like, have you ever had those days where you've woken up really early and then you end up doing so many things in the morning, and then it gets to midday and you're like, oh my gosh, I've already done so much with my day, I feel so good about myself. Make that your every single day. If you stick to your habits and you hold yourself accountable, you can make that your daily routine, and I promise that's going to be a massive step in you leveling up by 2025. Now, this last tip I think is not spoken about enough. It's rewarding yourself. It can be really hard to try and implement even 3 habits into your daily routine at once, and you need to remember that you're a human, not a robot. Change takes time. It requires you being patient with yourself and compassionate with yourself if you really want to change. And I find a good way to be patient and compassionate with myself is by rewarding myself. If I say, for instance, that I'm going to wake up at 7:30 every day on a weekday, then I'll tell myself, okay, on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm allowed to wake up at 8:30 or at 9. That, I think, makes it so much easier for me to wake up at 7:30 on a Monday morning when I just really do not want to, because I know that if I do this, I'm going to have that reward by the end of the week, and it's going to feel so much better when I do actually have the opportunity to wake up at 9, rather than if I'm waking up at 9 every single day, which, I mean, I can't do anyway, but you get the point. And it's the same thing with like eating healthily or doing your homework. When I was revising, even when it came to like exam period, I would give myself at least 1 day off every 2 weeks or something, because it means that when I am working, I don't feel like it's some endless chore that's never going to end. So if you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to have this day off, when you're doing it, you can think, okay, I'm going to work really hard now so that I can reward myself and enjoy the relaxation in the future. I guarantee if you reward yourself, it'll be so much easier to stay motivated and to stay productive, especially when you're feeling just a bit hopeless and like it's really hard to stick to those habits. And I promise the change will come. The change will find you. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I guarantee that if you stick to at least 3 of the tips that I mentioned in this video, you'll feel like a completely different person by January. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're interested in the habits that I implement in my winter arc to allow me to be the most productive and healthy version of myself I possibly can be. But that's all I have for today, guys. Bye. See you next time.